Good evening, everybody. Tonight's review and unboxing is going to be of the G.I. Joe Classified Series number 2, Snake Eyes. Like many other collectors, Snake Eyes was always one of my favorites, if not my favorite character. I'm so stoked to finally have this guy in hand. The front, is pretty much at this point, should be old news to everyone. We have the star cut out window so that we can see the figure. Character specific artwork there on the side. Classified Series Snake Eyes. On the right side we continue with the character specific art. And I love the blue and red look. That's cool. You see him up here. And then, and yeah, little cameo, Timber. In the back, we see the poster that we have come to love and adore. This side, we have a list of Snake Eyes achievements. Down the side is number 2. Number 2 on top with the G.I. Joe star. And then a bunch of stuff on the bottom, blah, blah, blah. Let's get this bad boy open. Before we get into opening and reviewing this figure, we have a new sponsor. AddictedCollectibles.com. They have all kinds of stuff up for pre-sale and for sale. Make sure to also check out their Facebook and Instagram accounts. At checkout, make sure you put in your discount code MANBOY Playroom. It's all one word, and you get a nice little discount. Thanks again to Addicted Collectibles, and let's get into this review. Alrighty. In the bottom. Oh yeah. It comes with a bunch of accessories. I am kind of bummed there's all this empty space, but just happy to have him. Backpack. Come on, backpack. Main man. Oh yeah. So excited for this. So excited. Alright, here we have Mr. Snake Eyes with his plethora of weapons, accessories. Let's take a look at his sculpt and paint job. Not a lot of paint. You got some Arashikage symbol right there on his chest. On his waist, you have a red line across his forehead right there. Some silver for buckles here on the thighs and on the waist. A glossy black to some of his joints and his torso. I don't know if that's painted or maybe that armor here, up here, and then on his shoulders, along with his visor and the side of his head. It looks like that might be painted with a gloss black. I think this looks great. Obviously, you're not going to see a lot of color on this figure. There's some more silver here on his collarbone area. His elbow pads have a red line on each one of them as well. Other than that, that's about all the paint. For everything that this figure lacks in paint, it more than makes up for with the sculpt. When I was playing with my Snake Eyes figure back in 87, this was the figure that I was dreaming of. This is incredible. Just the amount of detail from his collarbone harness to his grenade strap, the visor, the mouthpiece. Just incredible. Gauntlets. His shoulder and bicep armor is cool. All the buttons and pads and stuff going on in his torso, super cool. Incredible detail. I like these nice little pouches up here around his biceps to hide that swivel. That's a nice touch. Knife sheath is loose, as well as his pistol holster. And then even the pants have this really fine detail on them to make them like come across as more like fabric. That's incredible. And the pockets on his butt. And then those straps. That strap comes over. Backpack pegs right in there. That's cool. Those knee pads, little rivets on the bottom. And then his pants have like 3 different textures going on. You have the kind of fabric texture, and then on the inside it's more of a almost like a flight suit or parachute material, it looks like. Then down on the boots, he's even got the little ninja toes. This sculpt is incredible. This is my new favorite Snake Eyes figure. He's so dope. So for articulation for this guy, it's pretty much the same as any of the other Joes. We'll go through that real quick. He actually can bury the chin, and then you can get his head all the way up that much. A little bit of tilt with that neck being built the way it is. His arms are on a swivel as well. You go up that far. He's got a butterfly as well that allows for pretty good back, and he can, with those butterflies, it's a little tough, but you can get him to hold on to his sword with both hands. On both arms he has these little pouches up on the biceps that hide the bicep swivel. Super cool. And he's got a double jointed elbow that brings him up past 90. Down on the left arm, he's got a swivel at the wrist and the nice vertical hinge. On the right arm, he's also got a vertical hinge for gun holding, because he does have 2 more or less trigger fingers, so that far forward, that far back. It's insane. And then he is on a swivel as well, just above the hips. Speaking of the hips, he has drop downs. A little bit better than 90. A little bit. He can go back that far, and then of course out that far. He does have a swivel at the thigh, double jointed knees that allow for that much back. He has boot rotation as well, right below the knees on a swivel. Then he can kick forward that far and kick back that far. And he has a rocker for his ankle. So Snake Eyes does come with a backpack. It pegs in right there, his back. He is a little bit loose too, not gonna lie. That upsets me, but doesn't inhibit his standing at all. So at least he does stand up and he doesn't flop over. He comes with a knife. It's got a serrated edge. No paint on it. It's just a black knife. Nice curved handle. Nice serrated back. And that does store right here on his left hip. He also comes with a small handgun. And I hate these designs, I'm not gonna lie. I really hate the big hole in it. I really hate that it doesn't really look like any handgun that we know. That's not even the one that pisses me off the most. It's cool too. This does have a extended tip for this silencer that has a hole in the front or in one end, and that snaps on. So that doesn't look too bad. That looks kind of cool actually. It certainly makes the gun less obnoxious looking. These store on his right hip. So that goes in there. Slides down nicely. And then whoop, slides right in there. And that'll probably be where that lives for the rest of my life. So this is the other gun. I think it looks stupid. I don't like how clunky it is. I don't like the big hole in it, though we'll get to that in a minute. I just really do not like the design of this. So honestly, I'm excited because I do have an extra Uzi from my Punisher with the motorcycle, so I think he's going to hold on to that. But this also does store right here on the side of the backpack. Last but not least, he also does come with his sword and scabbard or sheath. You'll notice at the top here it's got an Arashikage symbol. That's cool. And the sword simply slides right in just like that. And you'll notice the peg on the side. So if you wanted to swap it out and have him holding the gun, this gun, you can peg the sword or the sheath on the side of the backpack. Super cool. So the reason that is like that, I believe, is so that you can peg the gun in, and then using the peg in the sheath, you peg that in through the gun as well, and then he literally stores everything that he comes with. That's great. I'm happy about that. So he doesn't have to be, holding on to one of his stupid, fake-looking, clunky guns. But, like I said, he's going to be holding this bad boy anyway. Let's see. Here we go. Bam! Awesome. Now that's more like my Snake Eyes. I'm absolutely in love. I love the little bit of color on him in paint. I love the glossiness and the more matte finishes that helps to make this even almost completely solid black figure a little bit more dynamic color-wise. And I love the sculpt. I love all the detail. He feels bigger than a 6-inch figure because there's so much detail packed into every square centimeter of this thing. His weapons are great, except for those two guns, which are, and I don't know, they're shit. But all in all, I'm really enamored. I'm really in love with him, and I'm excited to put him on my Joe's shelf. I can't wait to see what other figures Hasbro brings out in this line. I'm just completely, endlessly impressed with the level of sculpt, paint, design, articulation, all of it. Top notch. These are Hasbro's top tier figures. What do you guys think about Snake Eyes? Why don't you comment below and tell me, do you love these guns? Do you hate the guns? I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing and review. Please leave a comment below, like I said, or like it if you want to like it. Click that subscribe button so that whenever I put up a new figure review, you guys will know right away. Yeah, big thanks to you for stopping by tonight. And remember, I love you like fried chicken.